The only place that I know that is good in Ikorodu is your town. Apart from that, Ikorodu is very, very bad.
You are a big liar, sir. You are a very big liar.
No, leave them. No, leave them, Mr. Pond, as in F1. You see, the fact is, where I stay today, the roads that are being constructed by local government, I'm not talking about state government, in Lagos. Some states have not constructed those roads. Some states have not constructed. I meant local government. For instance, go to Surulere. If you go to Surulere, go to Aguda. If you go to Aguda, go to Adebola Ojomo Street. That road. Just, they completed it last year with interlocking blocks. Local government, not even state. I believe many of the states in Nigeria will never, dream of building that kind of road. But we have all these roads. Inner city road, excellent. Now, Governor, you don't know anything about, the built environment profession. Go to the website of the LSDPC. By the time you go there and you read stuff, you will come back and tell the room that, you've actually fed them with lies. Go to LSDPC. Their website, you will see it there. Governor, tell me any of the state of the federation that can boast of a general hospital in every of their local government. Not just the general hospital. And tell me any of the state of the federation, the ones collecting 13% derivation, that can boast of the number of personnel that Lagos State can boast of in the medical line. Tell me. With respect to security, tell me any of the states of the federation that can boast.
In terms of robbery or banditry,
investment,
in terms of robbery and ritual killing, sorry for
what are you doing now? Calm down.
Sorry.
Rena, please don't interject me. Please don't interject me.
10 seconds. Somebody else will take over.
Okay. Yes. RRS is the most efficient police unit in Nigeria. Who is sponsoring IRS, Lagos State Government? Rena, you talked about slums. I am an architect and I can tell you, go to any city in the world. In the world, you will see slum. I land my plane with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Olumori. Sorry, before the next speaker speaks, what I just want to say is I had the nightmare of going through slums for over an hour. I have traveled across at least 8 states in this country and I have never seen such. Let us be honest. What is bad, Olumori. Let us be honest. If Tinubu was a better person, how much does it cost to fix the roads? It is what he can do personally. He can afford this. Why has he not done it? As some sort of personal, let me do this for my people. Let us be honest. Every day we want a better country, And we are willing to excuse nonsense because these people say we love them. Let us not forget that my region, the South region, has suffered. Even that my region has suffered. A lot of what is coming to the Southwest should not be there because at the end of the day, these headquarters ought to be in the South. But because they have had problems with security, it moved to Lagos. You know that. You are older than me. These stories happen for me. They are stories for me. But they happened at a time when you were aware and you were grown up. Let us be honest. There is a bare minimum we should rise above if we hope to have a better country. But if you enjoy Nigeria as it is your right to. At the end of the day, it is your right. You are entitled to your own opinion. But you can't play the picture that let me finish. Urban planning. You need to have a slum for us to know that you are doing urban planning. So no slum, no urban planning. No slum, no urban planning. Till 2023, no slum, no urban planning. We move.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry, guys. No slum, no urban planning. Tinubu 2023, we fucking move. No slum, no urban planning. Governor, are you here? No slum, no urban planning. That is according to Olumori, an architect. Let us have small conscience. That is all I am saying.
Okay, I think I have to go next now. I think it's my turn.
Yeah, I'm going next.
It's what still. Then Olumori.
Okay, I'll let you go since you took 2 minutes when you are done.
actually do less than I will actually do less than 2 minutes. So for me, and I think this is where the problem always is. I think all of us we just sit down and we'll conclude things and we'll throw out numbers.
Sorry, I have an announcement before you go, Olamide. Sorry, I just want to let you out know that this room is being streamed live on YouTube, so you guys should take note of that right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. So to come back to the point, and I think when people say, okay, let's start from here. So there's corruption in Lagos. There's no argument about that. But you should, and like every other state in Nigeria, there's corruption everywhere. So we should not be naive to make it seem like it's only Lagos. But let's keep it on this on the side. Now there's this noise, in my opinion, I call it noise, and I'm using the word advisedly. That Lagos, with all the money they're making, what are they doing with it? And I think we don't do enough good job asking the questions that what is this money? How much is this money? So Lagos today does maybe between 2.2 and 2.5 billion dollars a year for a population of between 15 and 20 million people. The governor earlier said, with the kind of money Lagos is making, Lagos should be a mini Dubai. So I'm not thinking of mini Dubai now. So let's look at Dubai itself. Dubai has a population of under 10 million people. They are making 16 billion, which is like 8-9 times what Lagos is making. But you want Lagos somehow, making maybe 10-15% of what Dubai is making to deliver what Dubai is making.
3 million.
Okay. No, sorry, let me scratch that. I didn't mean Dubai, I meant UAE, the whole Emirates.
Oh, okay.
Understand? So when you look at everything, sorry about that. So I meant the whole Emirates. So when you look at the numbers, you see it clearly. See, when you break down these numbers Lagos is making, so that you understand all this our noise about Lagos making money. You can't. So Lagos is making 1.2, 1.3 trillion naira a year. Look at when you break it down per head of people in Lagos. Per head is barely 50,000 naira per year, not per month. So that is how much? 4,000 plus a year. A month. Let's even assume Tinubu is not touching anything. Let's even say that money goes up another 30%. How many of us can survive on 70,000 naira a year? But you expect the government of Lagos, and again, like I keep saying, there's corruption, and I'm not doubting that. But the reality is that we are not making enough money, and we can't hide from it. For me, the most annoying part about Nigeria is that there's a perfect excuse for why everything is not working, and the government is always a good scapegoat. But even when you start thinking about it, that let's assume they want to work, and you look at the kind of resources they have, it can't move the needle. And that's the truth. All of you, some of us don't live in Nigeria, we live in other countries. Go and be patient and look at the kind of revenues your government is making in those countries. Either state government, either federal government. And you see where the difference is. Again, like I keep saying, we are not efficient. We are a wasteful country. There's corruption. Even gross it up that there's no corruption in Nigeria. You will see clearly. Understand? You see clearly. And I don't want to even start mentioning my opinion, what I would call some misrepresentation governors made with respect to some of the roads, some of the built infrastructure that was done in Lagos. Because again, all of us have forgotten what Lagos was before 1999. I'm so sure. Because if you have not forgotten, just drive anywhere from Ogba to Ipaja to all those roads. Those roads were almost all single lanes, almost all. But now I can tell you for a fact, because at least I don't want to just mention one by one, because these things are not enough, and that is not the point we are making. But the point again is that I'm landing now, please. We can say somebody needs to do more without rubbishing what they've done. And I think that we need to learn that lesson. You can do more. We can all do more, and the governor and the Tinubu and others can do more. But that doesn't mean we should minimize what has been done. I think I've raised my case. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, I will go now. So Reina, you said there are slums in Lagos. Yeah, there are slums in Lagos. People that enter into Lagos on a daily basis. Lagos is not a sovereign state. Lagos is an integral part of Nigeria. And Lagos have to deal with a lot of Nigerians coming from less developed states in Nigeria. So I'm very happy that Olamide has done justice to the issue of if Lagos is that wealthy, because we see a lot of people, they will comment and say, oh, Lagos is making a lot of money, Lagos should be Dubai. I'm telling you here that Lagos cannot even be Cairo, because when you look at the Egyptian budget this year, which is around $158 billion, out of that budget, 30% of that budget goes to the development of Cairo City.
in Egypt. So when you look at $158 billion US, and you look at the amount of money that's available to a city like Cairo, it will be very hard for you to say, oh, Lagos should be, this, Lagos should be El Dorado, Lagos should be that. Now, the reality now, the first thing that people need to look at is, look at the local governments in Lagos and look at the roads network in those local governments. I've been to most of the local governments in Lagos. In fact, last week I was in Surulere. The road network alone in Surulere, that Surulere area alone, is more than, when you go to some state capitals, and I'm happy, Rena is here, Rena is from Jos, and I'm telling Rena that the road network alone in Surulere area is more than the total road network in Jos City. So the reality here is that when people now come up to say, oh, these guys, they are stealing money, they are doing this, they are doing that. Nobody is saying that there's no corruption. There is corruption everywhere. Even in the most developed countries of this world, there's corruption. But what we need to know, what we need to understand is our peculiar situation. We are a third world country. We are a developing country. Lagos cannot control the amount of people that enter into Lagos on a daily basis. Lagos need to strategize, and Lagos need to look for money to be able to develop critical infrastructure. I'm not saying that Lagos is working optimally. There are so many areas that Lagos can improve upon, like areas of transportation. There's been a lot of improvement with BRT buses, but I still believe that the yellow buses need to be phased out. I still believe that those trucks and agbiru, they need to be phased out, and Lagos need to have a more robust and a more modernized road transport system. Now, just imagine a city that is undergoing a railway project, not a railway, different railway project of more than $3 billion US, more than $3 billion US. The blue line, the yellow line, all those railway lines in Lagos, when you put all of them together, they're more than $3 billion US. Lagos is the only state in Nigeria that can afford to do that. Lagos is the only state. If you go to, there's a place in Abule Egba. Go to Abule Egba today, you will see road network everywhere. And you go to Lagos, you see all these projects. Sometimes I keep asking myself, where is this state getting money to build this infrastructure? Where are they getting the money to build infrastructure? And all we hear here is people saying, oh, Lagos should be El Dorado, Lagos should be Dubai, because the port is in Lagos. And the question they will not ask themselves is, who is taking the revenue of Lagos port? The revenue coming from Lagos port. It's not like the revenue goes to Lagos. And you get trucks, you get entitled Nigerians, they carry their truck to Lagos, they destroy the roads in Lagos, they destroy the infrastructure in Lagos without paying a dime. And when the money comes to the port, we share the money across states. You look at the VAT figure of Lagos. Lagos is taking less than 50% of their VAT figure. The remaining 50% is being redistributed among the other 35 states and the federal capital. And all of a sudden, people want Lagos to be Dubai on earth. People want Lagos to be the best place on earth. When in reality, Lagos is struggling to balance a budget. Lagos is spending, when you look at the money per capita that Lagos is spending, you can really compare Lagos to cities like Luanda in Angola or Nairobi in Kenya. So when you go to these cities, why are you not saying, oh, Nairobi should be Dubai because they have a lot of money? Why are you not saying Cairo should be Dubai because they have a lot of money? But you expect Lagos to be Dubai because you hate a man that has been able to set up structures in Lagos. And I'm very happy when people talk about corruption in Lagos. They are not saying, oh, this guy has siphoned money given to Lagos by the federal government. Nobody is saying, oh, this guy have taken money, local government money, like it happens in other parts of Nigeria where money made for local government are being stolen by the state government. All we hear is that he has alpha beta. He has been able to develop a structure where internal revenue are generated, and a percentage of that revenue goes to the alpha beta, in form of royalty. That is what we hear. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that is what we hear. But in other states of the federation, where many of these people are from, you see governors taking money that belongs to the state, our commonwealth that is distributed from the central government. When you give them that money, they will steal the money. When you give local government money, they will do joint account with local government and steal local government money. And at the end of the day, you see this guy, they will glorify people like that. We have somebody, Peter Obi picture. Yeah, they will glorify people like that, and they'll say these people are the best thing after sliced bread. Whereas a man that have developed a structure in Lagos to generate revenue, to turn Lagos fortune around. Lagos is the only state in Nigeria where more than 70% of the revenue of the state comes internally. No any other state, including the oil producing state, including the states with 30% derivation. So when we want to make argument, we need to put context to them. Nobody is saying that Tinubu is the best person or is the most righteous person. We are not talking about popularity. We are not talking about that contest here. What we are saying is that he has demonstrated capacity for a very long period of time. That he understands Nigerian context. He knows what we need in Nigeria. We need to be able to diversify our economy. We need to be able to diversify our revenue stream, and that is what this man will do. So I don't really care about every other. People can talk about anything they want to talk about, but we understand the problem, we understand the solution, and we believe that in 2023, this man is coming to solve Nigerians' problem. Thank you.
When do we get to speak?
Thank you. I'm supposed to go next. Oluye.
Thank you very much. Good evening, fellow Nigerians, brethren. Thank you for all the comments already made. I'm trying to figure where to start from. All right, so I'm going to speak to the topic and then try to weigh in on some other things. I think the argument over a particular candidate will go on until maybe when the election comes.
Can you increase the volume a bit?
Well, I'm just not shouting. I'm trying to get myself together. Anyways, so here we are. The first thing that would determine who we should consider for the office of the president in 2023 is what does Nigeria need at the moment? Okay, where do we want Nigeria to be? That's the question. And what are those things that I am worried about when we talk about Nigeria? I'm worried about daily killings everywhere. It's 200 in Zamfara, some are not reported, people get killed in Benue, they can't go to farms anymore. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about the kidnappings going on. And I heard yesterday, somebody mentioned it, and it made sense. People don't go robbing anymore, just kidnap. And that's terrifying. Okay, they rape people and all of that. In fact, we don't consider what the victims go through. The dependents, okay, the children whose parents have been killed, would they ever think well of Nigeria, that kind of thing, in the southeast, everywhere, all over? We shed blood at will in this country. It worries me. The Nigerian armed forces that used to go on peacekeeping mission in other countries is now preoccupied with Boko Haram on a daily basis. We waste the lives of our soldiers. We've lost respect on the continent. The armed forces has absolutely no integrity left. They invade NDA, they do whatever they like with soldiers. So our armed forces gone. Economy, yes. Economy also, if you consider what's happening with China and the rest of Africa, and Africa cutting between US and China trade war, you will know that we are sitting on a time bomb economically in Africa. So whoever becomes Nigeria's president has to think for Nigeria and think for the rest of Africa. That goes cap in hand, borrowing from all these other, so to speak, developed nations. Now, we hear that Nigeria is a developing nation. Compare Nigeria to South Korea. This developing nation toga, we've been wearing it since the 80s. South Korea, we are not on the same level anymore. Taiwan, we are not on the same level anymore. To make matters worse, fossil fuel, that's the exploration that we do, has been tagged with climate change. And so everybody is saying we are going to diversify and then start to employ renewable energy. What is Nigeria doing in this regard? Sooner than later, no one will buy our oil anymore. So the president we are bringing in must be one that is bold, that is wise, smart, and that has got the political will to do what needs to be done. So that as we are even opening Dangote refinery, we should ask ourselves, is it going to be producing nitrogen, or are we mixing ethanol with oil so that we will still be able to export in order to generate income? Those are just a bit of the challenges that the president will face. Now, what worries me also is that I believe sincerely that artificial intelligence or robots can govern Nigeria. Because we are in a country that the president will fall ill and nobody will tell you exactly what is wrong with the president. A lot of people are making mention of US and all of that. They will tell you the IQ of the president. In those countries you are mentioning, in Nigeria, we don't even know where the president is. Not to talk of the state of health of the president. It's not our business. That is where we are going, where somebody can be elected and somebody else is running the government. That is where we are heading. So we should ask ourselves, with all of these problems, and I cannot exhaust them, what kind of president do we require? Do we require a president because it's now a turn-by-turn thing? Do we require a president who we believe has been able to do it somewhere else? Or we require a president who's got political will and not thinking about sharing power? Those are the questions we must ask ourselves. When we are talking about technology, the rest of the world, including Kenya, Kenya has left us behind in technology. Kenya has left us behind. 5, 6, 7 years ago, Kenya already had a framework for cryptocurrency, for blockchain. Nigeria does not even know what it is called. We have a lot of our private sector, startups, getting venture capital. They are incorporated in San Francisco and all of that. But here in Nigeria, people cannot even figure out what to do with them. That is the kind of problem that next president will face. So when we are saying, oh, it's the turn of this person, it's this person that can do it because this person has done it before in the past, let us ask ourselves, indeed, if we are sincere. Russia is going to war with Ukraine. UK has joined. United States is pulled in. EU is pulled in. Collateral damage will be there. They don't have to launch missiles against Nigeria. But trade war, Nigeria may be caught in between it. I just spoke to my mom some hours ago and I asked her. She stays in Abule-Egba, Koforola Street. People have been talking about Alimosho local government. I started living in Alimosho in 1982. My street, my father tarred my street. All of you that are talking, there's red network. My father tarred my street is Koforola Street in Abule-Egba. Koforola Street is adjacent to Pipeline. Pipeline is adjacent to Ekoro Road. Then you can take it all the way to Ileko. All of you who are talking about road networks. I went to Lagos State Model College, Meron, one of 5 model colleges in the era of Marwa and Oyinlola. There were only 31 of us in class. 21 when we were graduating. In my ABC, I was in class. I was in arts. Today, Meron Model College does not even have water. They are running after all students to come and put water in Meron Model College. There were only 5 model colleges at the time. Which of us will send our children to public school in Lagos today? Which of us is bold enough to say my child will go to a public school in Lagos State today? I went to Lagos State University. One of the best vice chancellors Lagos State University has had is Fagbon, senior advocate, Professor Fagbon. I went there to look at what I could do for LASU. And they built open halls and put people there to be sitting on benches. They don't even have anything interactive to learn. They don't have internet. If you want to process your transcript in LASU does not have internet to process your transcript. And Fagbon was telling me, oh, we have done this, we have done that. Which of us today on this platform plan, pray, say amen that I will send my child to Lagos State? And we're gone and on and on and on.
Olumori, say amen.
Let me finish. Let me finish. If we are talking about the next president Nigeria needs, let's look at the challenges. I can never be in Orile in the evening in traffic. They will rob you. Twice have they robbed in Ketu, Ogudu. They threw rock into my car. They will rob you in traffic. And on Iba Road, somebody is talking about Badagry Expressway. Do you know how much Lagos has embezzled on Lagos Badagry Expressway? Do you know how much the European Union gave to fix that road?
1 minute.
Well, I can never exhaust it. There's no way I can exhaust it within that time. There's absolutely no way. I can't see it. What we should do, all of the people who are here are brilliant. Instead of us, is the president Nigeria needs, we have never had. The kind of government Nigeria needs, we have never had. Not pre-independence, not post-independence. What we should be talking about is what Nigeria of the future are we going to start building today? Not to be following Tinubu and the rest of them and be happy. Somebody said Pelosi is contesting again. No, don't feed us with lies. Nancy Pelosi is no longer contesting. They have institutions that work. Biden is old, but they have institutions that work that will not make Trump hijack his presidency? We have absolutely none. They've sent EFCC petitions. They can never prosecute Tinubu, not until people like us get into government. Tinubu will not be prosecuted. There are only few people who have held Nigeria to ransom. You and I have the responsibility because now we are coming into our own, in our 40s, in our 50s. We are the ones who should be determining the future of the country. Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice one. Nice.
Graham, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So I don't really have much to say. You see, either we like it or not, 2023 is looking at us and we are looking at it. So, but I just need to debunk some lies from governor and his counterparts over there. So, precisely, let me just give you for Ikorodu. Then I'll come back to the last person that spoke, that talked about Alimosho. Then I'll tell you, because unfortunately, Oga, I would give you. Hold on. You will take it now in full. We don't need to complain. Google Map is there. Anybody can go on Google Map and see all these things I'm going to talk about. So for Ikorodu, the guy that said Otano Road is the only good road in Ikorodu, tell him to go and check Igbelala Road that was done under this present administration. You should go and check Ibeshe Road. You should go and check Ebute Ijede Road that is under serious construction work now. You need to go and check Aruna Sabo Road that has been completed. Then you should go and look at Balaji Benson. Balaji Benson is just an internal road which happens to be my own street in Ikorodu. So you need to go and check, and all other smaller roads that 500 meters that have been done in Ikorodu alone. So when people start painting pictures of